Welcome back to Yoshi Entertainment, everybody. So lately, the singer SZA has been getting some publicity attention, if you will, because of this song she put out not too long ago called Kill Bill. Now, it is my understanding that the song was based off of the concept, the idea of what happened in the actual movie Kill Bill. But this song is something else. I'm gonna be real honest. So I heard the song. I did hear the song. And at first, I didn't hear the lyrics completely what she was saying. I just know that, like, the music, I'm going to be honest, was catchy. The music was good. It's always good. They always make the music good, to make you feel a certain kind of way about it. The lyrics were catchy. Let's just be honest, which makes it all the more worse. But I didn't actually hear the lyrics whenever I first heard the song. Now, when I went to look up the lyrics, because I heard a lot of controversy around it, and I actually looked at these lyrics, y'all, I was like, this girl done made a song about offing her ex and the girl that he's with now. That's absurd. Like, I was like, so is this what we putting out these days? This is giving that song. I don't know if y'all remember that song that somebody made talking about all the kids are faster than my bullets. I'm like, so you over here making a song about shooting people in school? And they played that song in my high school when I was in high school. And I was like, what in the butt backwards are y'all trying to manifest in here? This music stuff is getting out of hand. Now, she's not the first person, if I'm correct, but I'm not incorrect, who has made a song about offing somebody like their ex or something like that, or an abusive partner, something to that nature. But the way that they are playing this song on repeat, like it's ridiculous. Like the publicity that it's getting, the mainstream of it all, it's absurd, like I said. And it's really not good because people don't believe this, but there is a spiritual aspect that comes to these songs, to music, which is why I do not promote secular music on this channel. Because whatever that music is you're listening to, once it gets in your spirit, it gets into your spirit, okay? Like, people really underestimate, like I said, this spiritual aspect and the subconscious. And I feel like people are already stereotyping women, saying that, like, this is something that we think, this is the kind of way that we think, and that this is okay when it's not. And there have been women, calling this out and saying that this is not okay. It's not okay if a man had made a song like this about a woman. So it's not okay when a woman makes a song like this about a man. Although I still feel like for both men and women that this is going to make it seem like it's acceptable to do stuff like this. Like, you get cheated on or you mad because your ex then left you, that you could just, do something crazy. Like, this is not okay. You know what I'm saying? Now, I can't say, because usually when people make these songs, there's a lot of truth in these songs. People don't want to admit that, they want to act like you're crazy and mock you for saying that there's some truth behind a lot of these songs. So she could be talking about, an ex, and she just kind of wove it into, like I said, the Kill Bill aspect. Like I said, I don't know the whole story. I don't know her life like that. So this could just be something she came up with because she wanted to come up with it, or trying to send a message. I don't know, industry stuff. We all know this. But my base assumption is this is one of two situations. Either she was with somebody and something happened. Maybe the problem was her. Maybe the problem was him, and they broke up, and she couldn't handle the fact that they had broken up and he had moved on with somebody else, which is toxic relationships 101. And it became well, if I can't have you, and if I'm gonna be alone, then everybody's gonna be alone. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe it was an abusive relationship. Maybe he cheated on her and she was upset and she still wanted him, but he left her for somebody else. You know what I'm saying? She basically was like, if I got to go down in flames, you going down with me and the other chick you brought into the equation. Either way it goes, it's not right. Like I said, this is an extreme case of possession, lusting after somebody. Because this is not love. People love to say love makes you do crazy things. No, crazy makes you do crazy things. Lust makes you do crazy things. Okay, this is crazy. This is lustful. This is possession. This is a stereotypical case of toxic-ness, not being able to emotionally, maturely accept rejection. Whether the guy cheated on her or not, he's moved on with his life. No man is worth, you going to prison or you going to HE double hockey sticks because you over here committing double homicides and whatnot. Because the song was pretty self-explanatory, okay? She admitted that she was upset because he had moved on. He was with somebody else. That she had went to a therapist, which is what you're supposed to do, which is what I have constantly been advocating for on this channel as a result of trauma, bad relationship breakups, just anything in general that you have that you're dealing with that you don't need to be dealing with. trauma, rejection, and the other crucial part of that I always advocate for, Jesus, because he will definitely help you with that if you allow him to. But that, and even the therapist said, well, there's other men, like you don't have to be stuck on this one guy. But she refused to move on and heal from the trauma and the rejection. We love to say, oh, well, man's rejection is God's protection. But when it's somebody who we really want to be with, who we lust after, like, it's a different ball game. They're not talking about that no more, which is really sad when you think about it. Like, we can only say these little nice, sayings that we do need to say, these affirmations, only when it suits us, only when it's somebody who we didn't really like that anyways. But anyways, she admits that she wants nobody except for him, that she's not going to get over it, that she's not going to leave him alone. She even said in the song, that she did all of this willingly. Like, her mind wasn't clouded. She wasn't on drugs. She wasn't drunk. Because, some people, they go into a drunken stupor or they get high and then they do something crazy. But she was none of those things. She was admitting she did this. She meditated on it. So it was premeditated. And she did it without any substances clouding her judgment, And then, at first was like, oh, I'm going to do it. Then thinks, oh, this is a bad idea. But then reflects on, well, I wanted him. He didn't want me. And, that was only one way to end that. Like I said, that's crazy. That's ridiculous. And it's toxic. But there are people who live their life like this, or would if they could. People love to say, oh, it's just a song. No, it's not just a song. Like I said, when that gets into your subconscious, you would be surprised. Like, some people will say, oh, I would never act like that. And that's real easy to say when you're not in that position. But some of these same people calling her out, which everybody should, because like I said, that song is crazy and she was crazy for putting it out. But some of these main people calling her out for this, they would be some of the main people doing exactly that, or making the attempt, or busting windows out of cars, leaving tires on flats, kidnapping people's dogs to send a message if they got cheated on. Because again, people do crazy things. Like, there are very few people who really love the person that they're in a relationship with. Let's just be honest. Like, true love, there's a lot of stuff that you really have to reflect on and do some, self-searching in order to realize that you really don't love these people. Because some of the stuff that you do, it shows me you don't love them. You lust after them. You are possessive of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, I don't know if y'all remember that movie. I can't remember the name of that movie with Michael Ealy and that guy that plays as Luke Cage. I can't remember his name. But it was a movie, and I think the female lead was Julia Rogers. And basically, he was, with his wife. He was married, and they had hit a rough patch, and he was trying his best to reconnect with her, and she had just completely disengaged with him, and she had been cheating on him, and I think she set him up to basically try to unalive him so she can get some money and be with the guy who she really wanted to be with, which was his best friend, played by the guy who played as Luke Cage. And then he meets Julia Rogers, which is, a cop, and basically he finds out that his wife is cheating on him, and he confronts her, in the room with her and his best friend, and he looks at her, and she even rubs it in his face. Listen, he could have did anything. He could have slapped the taste out of her mouth. He probably wasn't going to, because the other guy was standing there, but he could have slapped her. He could have tried to choke her out. But you know what he did? He got angry. He cried, which I didn't blame him for, because that's heartbreaking, y'all. And then he took his ring off and he left the room. And he even cried after it turned out that, that woman, oh, well, spoiler alert anyways, that she shot, his wife and his best friend, calling herself trying to help him get revenge on them so that she could blackmail him into doing something for her. But anyways, the point I wanted to focus on, I was just giving context, but the point I wanted to focus on was him confronting her. Like, the way I know that he truly loved her, because like at that point, he could have been like, he could have paid somebody to off her to get her back. Who does heifer think she is cheating on me? You know what I'm saying? Like, that would have been lust. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that he, like I said, he took his ring off and he went and he dealt with it in a mature way, even though he was pissed and heartbroken, that's how you know he really loved her. Now, I'm not saying that you're not going to be upset when somebody cheats on you, because of course you will be. Of course, thoughts are going to be going through your mind. But you setting yourself apart from the crazy people, you being a mature adult, is whenever you dispel those thoughts. Yes, they're going to run through your mind because you're just thinking about how badly you were hurt. But whenever you cross the line and you take matters into your own hands or unalive somebody because you think that's the justification after they cheated on you, no, you don't get to off somebody because they cheated on you. Like, yes, you are upset and you're hurting and you want to get them back. But that's a line that's crossed that people have tried to justify in the past. They've said, oh, well, if he did something to you, then you deserved it because you cheated on him. No, absolutely not. That's crazy. You don't do that at all. Like, and I don't know where in society we got cuckoo. Well, that's not me. Where some people got cuckoo and they thought that that was an acceptable response to being cheated on. Okay, but it is not. Like I said, this whole entire song is crazy. Them putting it out is crazy. The way that they are blasting this around the clock on some of these radio stations, it's shady, okay? It's giving, like I said, trying to manifest something, if you get my drift, and I don't like it. So we need to, like, do some pushback. Like, I ain't got nothing against SZA, but she could have kept this song. I'll put it that way, okay? But anyways, y'all let me know what y'all think and how y'all feel down in the comments below. Respectfully, don't forget to like and subscribe. Y'all have a blessed, very emotionally mature, and you out here loving people and not lusting after people and doing crazy stuff day.